Hello all loonies and normals, my name is Joe Silver, welcome to my channel. This week we're going to be talking about esports, my opinion on that subject. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, esports, would you believe, are people who competitively play video games. Yes, you heard it here first, competitively play video games. For example, Overwatch is now an esport. Again, you heard it here first. Yes, Overwatch is an esport. I think there are other esports as well, probably like speedrunning and so on and so forth. But my point is, people are playing video games competitively, and Overwatch is one of them. Now, my point is, this is my opinion. My opinion is that computer games are not sports. If there is an e-sport out there where the people are playing a game, a video game version of an actual sport, like American football, British football, snooker, golf, tennis, etc., then yes, that's a sport, because they are playing a sport. But the esports I heard about are ones like Overwatch, which, in my opinion, are not esports. I think League of Legends also has an esports league, but I can't be certain on that. But my point is, these are not sports. So my opinion is that these are not sports. These are not, it's not a case of this is a sport and we're playing it competitively on a computer game, and so it's an e-sport. This is just violence for the sake of violence, and we're making it a sport. Why is it a sport? I do not understand. Really, I don't. Because you see, for me, a sport is something that cannot be done by everybody. Take snooker, for example, right? Now, okay, anyone can pick up a club and go to a snooker club, pay their money and hit a few balls around. Okay? And you could technically say they're playing snooker. But to actually compete, to actually be part of a league, to actually be good at snooker, there is absolutely no way in heck that anybody can do that. No way in heck can I go out and compete against Ronnie O'Sullivan. No way can I go out and be, amongst the top whatever of people who play snooker. And by the way, in case, for those who have never heard of Ronnie O'Sullivan, and I would be very surprised if there is anybody, but just in case those people haven't, he is one of the best snooker players in the world. Right? He makes 147s. That's the maximum amount of points you can get, just for fun. That's what he does. He is good, right? And I'm saying, but the point is, for him, that has taken years of practice, hard work, hours at a snooker table to be able to get that good, right? The guy is good, but he's had to practice to get there, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think he also has a bit of natural talent in that regard, because he made his first 147 as a child. But my point is, he's had to work hard. And like all the other professional snooker players, they have to work hard. They have to spend hours at a snooker table to get that good, right? Now, that's what I mean. Training, discipline, being good. Now, I've never heard of anyone training to play a video game. Put it this way. I could spend hours all day playing Overwatch, and maybe I would even get good at it. But I'm not training to play Overwatch, I'm just playing it. I'm not doing it. So, the point is, I could be good at Overwatch if I chose to. And then, yeah, and I'd sit all day at a computer. I don't do anything. Therefore, for me, that's not a sport. That's my opinion. Now, I'm sure there are some people who are going to say, well, but hang on a minute, you said a sport was something you have to train for. If you're spending hours at a computer, then you're training. And maybe that's what you think. I don't know. But my point is, to me, playing video games is something anybody can do. Anybody. And to be part of a sport, in my opinion, sports are like art. Any fool can try to do them, but only people who are actually good at them can actually do them. Do you know what I mean? Any fool can pick up a brush and splatter a paint all over a flipping canvas and call it art. And these days, with modern art, they'd probably get away with it. But my point is, modern art isn't art in my opinion either, because, you know, try painting a Mona Lisa, try painting the flowers that Van Gogh did, try painting the Starry Night that Van Gogh did, try painting those. If you can paint those, then you're an artist. Right? Any fool can splatter paint on a bit of canvas and say, well, it's art. And like I said, these days, people might even believe you. Right? But real art is something that, you know, most people just can't do. Same with esports. Same with sports. Running, snooker, football, golf, tennis. Look, any fool can go and try these sports, but to really be a sport, to really be good at the sport, to really, really, really be perfect at it, to actually be competitive and considered an athlete of this sport, you has to take years and hours of practice. It has to be something that you put so much work into. And video games you don't put work into. You play them. Pure and simple, that's it. You just play them. Now, I don't know. Maybe you're going to tell me that the people who are in the esports leagues do put hours of work into playing these video games. I don't know. But the fact is, the way I see it, any fool can play video games. Any fool can pick up a mouse and keyboard or a controller and start running around Fortnite and start shooting people. They can start running around Overwatch shooting people. Any fool can do that. And like I said, some fools might even get good at it. But they're not athletes. I play video games for a living. Well, not even for a living. I play it as a hobby on Twitch. But, I mean, I play video games all day. And I've got good at some of those video games. Right? But I'm not an athlete. Heck no. I'm no athlete. Look at me. I'm fat. I'm lazy at times. Yeah? I get up at nearly 12 o'clock in the morning. Or 11 I'm supposed to, but sometimes I oversleep. My point is, I don't have a healthy lifestyle. I am not an athlete. Right? I am somebody who is unfit and sits at a computer all day. Now, I'm not putting myself down. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care about my fitness or unfitness. But my point is, at no point would you expect me to run a mile, or even even 100 meters. I've tried the latter, by the way, and I'm not that good at it. But my point is, at no point would you expect me to competitively run those distances, because I can't. I'm just not fit enough. I haven't put in the hours of practice, the training and so on. And this is another thing. Not only that, right, but athletes, real athletes, have diets that they have to go on because they have to keep themselves in peak physical condition. So they have to go on diets. They have to train every day. And I mean every day, for hours on end, to hone their skills. They have to have coaches who come in and tell them, right, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing the other wrong, because they need to make sure that they are at the top of their game. Now, I've never heard of anything like that for video games. Video games, you sit down, you start playing the game, and you get good by just playing it. Well, any fool can do that. So it's not a sport in my opinion. Now I'm saying, like I said, maybe you have a different opinion, and if you do, feel free to put it in the comments below. And maybe will say, Joe, you are wrong. I disagree. The people who are at the top of their game in esports do spend hours. They do have coaches. They do have diets. Well, if they do, tell me, please, because I've never heard of anything like that. Far as I know, the people who really get into esports sit all day at their computers playing these games and just happen to get good. And they probably stream on Twitch because they have a number of followers who watch them stream on Twitch. But they don't practice. It's not practice as such. I don't know, right? That's the truth. I don't know. I have my opinion and I give my opinion. And I could be talking from ignorance and I don't like doing that, but if I am, tell me. But my point is, for me, esports are not sports. Right? They are things that people think of as sports. But my question is this, right? Whether they're sports or not, when did playing a video game become a sport? When was the first time that somebody said, I'm part of an esports team and my team play video games for money or, competitively? And what was the first game that went into an esport? Somebody tell me that so that I can know, because as far as I'm concerned, it's nonsense. Real sports are ones that are accepted and broadcast on television. I'm talking about broadcast on Twitch. Twitch is not television. You can stream whatever you want on Twitch within the TOS. Yeah? I like Twitch. I love Twitch. I even stream on Twitch myself. But it is not television. Television broadcasts on sports channels, broadcasts actual sports. Golf, football, tennis, cricket, baseball, basketball, American football, etc. Right? Now, I mean, the American sports aren't broadcast here in Britain, but the point is, these sports are broadcast on television, and nobody would say they aren't sports, because you have to work blooming hard to be that good. Playing video games, you don't have to work at all. Fact is, yeah, there is nothing wrong with being a gamer. There is nothing wrong with being, because I'm a gamer, so there's nothing wrong with that. But you're not telling me it's hard work to play that video game. You're pushing a few buttons. Okay, you're pushing them in the correct order and doing it in a way whereby you're really good at the game. But when it comes down to it, essentially you're pushing buttons. You're not working hard, you're running miles to practice, and having to do press-ups and go to the gym and do all this hard work that that athletes have to do. All you're doing is pressing buttons and doing it in such a way that you're good at that game. Now, like I said, I am not putting gamers down. I'm not, because I'm one myself. That's fine. All I'm saying is, there is a difference between playing video games and training to be an athlete. And trust me, that's a big difference. And therefore, in my opinion, though people who play video games are not athletes and esports are not sports, if you play video games, you're a gamer. And that's a good thing. Because, that's something that you really enjoy and you can have fun with. As I said, I am one myself. But you are not an athlete, not in my opinion. That's all. That's all I mean. Now, I have whittled on long enough and probably insulted a few people by accident, and if so, I apologise. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please leave me a comment. If you like what you have seen here, do please leave me a comment down below. If you have a comment on esports, if you have inside information, maybe you're part of a team yourself, then please let me know. Let me know if I am wrong, because if I am willing to admit it. So, let me know in the comments down below. And please, 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 leave me a sub if you want to, if you have enjoyed what you've seen here, because if I can get to 200 subs, then I can do a live stream on Twitch about this time where I will talk to people live and you can ask me questions and I will answer. Now, as I said, I have whittled on enough. My name is Joe Silver. This has been a vlog. Goodbye.